Hi, everybody. It's
Don,
and
Julia,
yes, with
and
your weekly miracle, where today, I'm laughing to myself because it's easier said than done. Yes, I'm banning this word from my vocabulary, but I've used it since I said that. You can tell them what happened. I woke up one morning and I literally was like, right.
she's all fired up. She goes, I'm banning the word should from my vocabulary, and so should you. And I was like,
I can't.
do you realize what you just
I
said?
didn't. To start with, I didn't realize how witty what I'd said was, but I was very determined at the time. And this actually, for us, came out of a client session we had a few weeks ago. And it was amazing how it rang true, particularly for me, because I've struggled with should all my life and still do at times. This idea that should, I mean, just the word itself just makes your shoulders just ugh.
There's so much push and nudge to the
And
word
it
should.
just
It's like it's a have to.
well, here's the thing. It should isn't have to. We all when have tos happen, we know to do them. Should is like it's in the no man's land between I want to and I have to. We know the things we have to do. We have to clean our teeth. We have to pay our bills. We have to take the trash out. There's stuff we have to do. There's big decisions we have to make too. But should, it's sort of in that murky middle ground of like, it just feels bad. It just feels like effort. It just feels like guilt. To me, should is really loaded with guilt of like, well, I should be doing this. Should is not have to.
I know as like post surviving cancer, stage 4 cancer, that one of the things that I walked away from that with was that there weren't going to be a whole lot of shoulds in my life. I've chose to make my life about what inspires me in the moment, and not in order to get away with like not vacuuming or something like that, but the really
Though that
important
happens
things,
sometimes.
that the important stuff in life.
Yeah, and where we're going with this really
Value your life.
is how do we sometimes it's quite subtle, the demarcation. It's not that the word is going on in our heads, it's the feeling like that guilt, bad feeling. It's a mental activity, should. It's from the head and it's from the ego. And if we compare that to what do you want to do? What makes your heart dance and
What's
sing?
your desire in
Yeah,
life?
your wants and your desires are very much of your heart. They're of your soul. They're your soul song. They're the things that create happiness in your life, and they're the things that ultimately will bring you success. Because when you're happy, success will just come into your
It's like the sweet spot in your life.
you'll attract it because you're already in a state of happiness and gratitude, and as we know, gratitude is the secret sauce to life. So the difference between should and want is actually head, heart, and soul. And it's a feeling. How do you feel when a should creeps in? It's like, ugh, ugh.
It's dark and it pulls you down
It's
a
heavy.
bit. Yeah, it's heavy.
Depressing. It's just, ugh. Whereas a want to, a desire,
Yeah, it's inspiring.
light.
It's creative.
Yeah, and it feels, as opposed to efforting, it feels effortless. And then we start to get into the laws of the universe, the law of least effort, which is a whole other subject for a whole other video at some point. So trust the feeling.
Maybe even next week.
Trust the feeling of navigating these 2 points. You'll know when it's a have to, and it will get done. Or perhaps it'll even do itself. But shoulds are not have tos, and they get in the way of your joy, and they get in the way of your creativity, and they get in the way of your love for life. And that's really, in a nutshell, what we wanted to share.
This is what we
with
all
you
should
this
be
week.
doing.
Yes. So you should ban it too.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll let you know how I'm getting on with that in a few weeks.
Thanks for putting up with this week, guys.
Okay, take care. We love you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.